Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Good Guys Radio TV sports special presentation. It's volleyball tonight, Southern Hills Athletic Conference style. It's the Whiteoak Lady Cats hosting the Peebles Lady Indians. Up next, after this, on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by for three. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can say!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com. That's Goodguysradiotv.com.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow.
As well as C103. If you're listening out there on C103, don't forget, what am I referencing? Well, tonight's broadcast is being broadcast on TV. Good Guys Radio TV, to be exact. Just go to goodguysradiotv.com. You can tune in and watch all the action. Of course, if you're driving around, please don't do that. Wait till you get home. And the cool thing is if you listen to the match, let's say you're driving, commuting home or whatever, you listen to the match, you can go home and watch it, even archived later tonight. You can watch it again. So once again, we're on Good Guys Radio TV as well as C103 tonight. Hope you'll sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's broadcast. Should be a good one. This is a good matchup. This is two teams with the exact same Southern Hills Athletic Conference record. It's the Peebles Lady Indians coming in here 8-2. They're 11-6 overall. Peebles a little bit of a struggle. They've won 7 in a row. Now they've lost 4 in a row. Whiteoak, on the other hand, a little bit of a struggle as well. They've lost 4 of their last 6. So, but these are two teams, as I said, that are in really good positions in the shack. As Peebles in second place, 8-2 in conference, 11-6 overall. They're in second place in Division 1, and Whiteoak in second place in Division 2 at 8-2 and 10-6. Number 1 in each of those divisions, by the way, respectively. North Adams is in first place, Division 1. Fairfield's in Division 2. Let's take a quick glance at the Peebles Lady Indians and their individual as well as team stats as we have them. Leading the team offensively on the kill side of things, Cadence Carroll with 152. The assist leader, of course, that's normally your setter. That's Kennedy Dick. She has 240 of those. Leading the team in aces, well, it's pretty balanced. Bailey Johnson has 65, and Cadence Carroll has 58 to lead the team in aces, service aces. Now, defensively, they're laid, again, pretty balanced. Bailey Johnson has 179 digs, followed by Allie Stevens with 158. Blocks on the front side of things, well, it's Angel Gray leading things with 46. That's the Peebles Lady Indians. Now, let's take a look a little bit at the Whiteoak Lady Cats. Offensively, they're led on kills with Brianna Hill, the senior, with 92, followed very closely by Lydia Carr with 89. Now, on the assist side of things, it's with 166, it's Claire Ames, another senior for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. Defensively, the digs leader, that's Brianna Hill again. She has 190. And up front defensively on the blocks is Lydia Carr with 19. Now, how do these two teams match up across the board? On the kill side of things, it's Peebles with 525 on the season and Whiteoak with 363. Total blocks, Peebles leads that as well with 102 versus 57 for Whiteoak. Serving aces, well, Peebles again has the advantage with 240 over 117. A little closer on the defensive side of things, 927 for Peebles on the digs, 725 for Whiteoak. And then on the assist side, it's 482 for Peebles and 328 for Whiteoak. I want to thank Mr. Kent Smith for putting that together for us. Always fills you in, gives you an idea, a sense of which way you think this game match might go. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. I'll give you the rosters for both these ball clubs right after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Hi,
I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and uniqueness of all of our participants.
Turn to Whiteoak High School, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at those visitors. They're the Peebles Lady Indians. Third-year coach, Annie Guston. She's the varsity coach for the Lady Indians. Roster looks like this. Senior Riley Barr wears number 3. Peyton Johnson, a senior, wears number 5. Number 12, that's Bailey Johnston. She's a senior. Angel Gray, a junior, wears 15. Kennedy Dick, another senior, wears number 17. 18 is worn by Amber Scott. She's a senior. Ellie Stevens wears 31. She's a senior as well. A junior, Ashlyn Abbott, wearing 21. 22 is Alva Brumley. She's a sophomore. Abigail Smalley, a junior, wears 32. Cadence Carroll, a senior, wears 33. Wearing number 10, that's Lainey Barr, a sophomore. And rounding out the roster, sophomore Kaylin Musser, wearing 24. For the White Oak Lady Cats, under first-year coach Kara Moonstone, number 1, Ellie McMullen, a junior. Senior, Jaylee Parr, wears number 4. Brianna Hill wears number 12. As a senior, wears number 5. Number 7, Claire Ames, a senior. Number 9, Adriana Phillips, a junior. Kylie Hams, a junior, wears number 10. Number 13, well, that's a junior as well, Madison Shum. Senior, Lydia Carr, wears number 14. Marley Gobin, sophomore, wears 24. And number 30, Reagan Newton, is a junior. Once again, these two teams are extremely evenly matched. It should be an interesting matchup. General description, though, they both attack the net a bit. Probably Peebles a little more offensive-oriented, and Peebles the taller team of the two. But probably the quicker, better passing team would be the White Oak Lady Cats. We'll see how this shapes up. But first this, here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Whether you need insurance to protect your home, car, business, or your family's financial future, I believe that your needs are best served by your local neighbors. Shirley Link, your local Encova insurance agent, will take the time to get to know your specific needs. Contact Shirley Link today to find out how you can benefit from working with a local agent. Visit linkinsuranceservice.com or call 937-695-0611.
Whiteoak High School, located in Morristown, Ohio, is a part of the Bright Local School District. Our mission is to bridge the gap, respect the differences, imagine the possibilities, generate success, heighten expectations, and teach all students. This past school year, Whiteoak High School received a 5-star rating in gap closing and graduation rates. Whiteoak High School ranks first in the state in college, career, workforce, and military readiness. First in the region with a 4-year graduation rate of 98% and a 5-year graduation rate of 100%. Over the past 2 seasons, Whiteoak Athletics have had 10 SHAC team championships, 3 district team champions, and multiple regional and state qualifiers. On behalf of Wildcat Nation, we wish all of our students, alumni, and athletes best of luck in all that they do. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat.
Well, the Peebles Lady Indians, as we said, they're the visitors on the scoreboard. They'll be on my right. White Oak will be on my left. The officials for tonight's match, Debbie Parker and Amber Lung. Let's take a look at starters for the Peebles Lady Indians. It'll be Peyton Johnson, Bailey Johnston, Angel Gray, Kennedy Dick, as well as Ellie Stevens and Cadence Carroll. So that'll be Johnson, Gray, Dick, Stevens, and Carroll. Now for the White Oak Lady Cats, starting things off, it'll be Jaylee Parr, Brianna Hill, Claire Ames, Adriana Phillips, Kylie Ham, and Lydia Carr. So it'll be Parr, Hill, Ames, Phillips, Ham, and Carr. And once again, it'll be Whiteoak on my left, Peebles on my right. We're about to start things off. Debbie Parker, the floor judge. Up on the stand will be Amber Lung. Both experienced officials. This should be a very, very good match. As we said, both of these teams, as a matter of fact, both these teams were in position preseason to have won their respective divisions. Not impossible that that could still happen. The season is not over yet. Of course, Whiteoak would have to surpass the Fairfield Lady Lions, and of course Peebles would have to surpass North Adams. And by the way, we have them for our last broadcast of the season, regular season broadcast, North Adams versus Peebles. That should be quite a matchup. Peebles serves first. Off the backside, it's Bailey Johnston serving. Serve is up, returned by Whiteoak. Johnston gets it off the back line. Now Kennedy Dick will reset it to Carroll. Carroll for a little tap over. It's up, and it's good. Give Carroll a little tap kill up front. And out of the match now, Angel Gray. Into the match for Peebles would be Abigail Smalley. Once again, serving back there will be Bailey Johnston, her second serve. Right-hand serve is up. It's deep and out for a service error. Now back to the service line for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. Brianna Hill will start things off with the first serve of the night. Nice flat serve. Dug out on the other side by Peebles. Dick resets it for a tap. Attempted kill for Johnson. Up front, attempted kill going the other way. Ham. Now Dick will save it for Carroll to return it. And once again, a little tap back block. Partially up front there by Johnson. Peebles has it. Carroll for the kill. It's up. It's good. Cadence Carroll records her second kill of the match. And Peebles takes a 2-1 lead. Carroll will be back to serve. Is back into the match now. Angel Gray for the Peebles Lady Indians. Carroll's right-hand serve just barely clears the net. One hit return. Looked like it might have been almost a missed hit. Instead, it wasn't. It happened to land right where the Peebles Lady Indians weren't. And Whiteoak will break the serve. As back in will be Riley Barr. Out will be Cadence Carroll. Back serving for the Whiteoak Lady Cats, Jaylee Parr. Parr's serve is up. Attempted kill up there, Gray. It'll be side out. Whiteoak will get the point. Jaylee Parr will serve a second time. 3-2. Peebles up by 1. Remember, we'll play the best. Nope, they're going to say that did not go over to Whiteoak. They are going to say that was a Peebles score. So, actually, I think they're just going to replay it. As back serving now again is Stevens. And attempted kill. It's up. It's good. Lydia Carr gets her first kill of the match. And we're tied at 3-all. Serving now, Claire Ames. Claire, one of the several seniors on the Whiteoak Lady Cats. I shouldn't say several. There's actually a total of 3. Ames right-hand serve. Dick will receive it on the left side. Stevens will reset it for the attempted kill. Gray. Out the back it goes. It'll be another point for Whiteoak, and Whiteoak takes the lead 4-3. Stay tuned after the match as we go inside the game with the ACRMC Coaches Comment Show, brought to you by Adams County Regional Medical Center. Visit acrmc.com to learn more and schedule your appointment today. The return by Dick up front is received by Whiteoak for the return. Give Ham a kill. It'll be her first, and Whiteoak extends their lead by 2 to 5-3. Ames serves shaded toward the right side on the back of the line. Pretty nice crowd here, especially on the Peebles side of things. Over here to our side, Kennedy Dick receives the serve. Stevens will reset it. Little missed set up off the net. Johnson could not do anything with it. So on that miscue, it'll make it 6-3. Ames will serve again. Snappy Tomato Pizza, see with every player of the game. That's Snappy Tomato Pizza in Seaman and West Union. That'll be a service error on Ames. They will help us name our player of the match. Once again, brought to you by our locally owned and operated Snappy Tomato Pizza. And that is a serve that is out. That'll be a service error on Peyton Johnson. And now back serving from clear over the opposite side is Ham. Received on the back line by Barr. Reset up front Stevens. Gray gets it back over the net. Ames will set it for a little tap across. Attempted kill there by Carr. And into the net on a collision off the right side. So Whiteoak scores again. Kylie Ham will serve her second now. Whiteoak up by 4, make it 8-4, and she immediately steps up and serves it into the net for a service error. Into the match now would be Madison Shum. Back in is Carroll. Also back to serve now would be Abigail Smalley for the Peebles Lady Indians. Peebles here in their red jerseys, blue numerals trimmed in white with their black shorts. Serve Whiteoak has it. Ames will reset it off the pass to Parr. Backline Johnson. Now Stevens sets it for a little tap back across. Attempted a little dink kill Johnston. And make it a good kill. Johnston ends up getting it. And make the score 8-6 as Peebles back within 2. I think I began to say earlier, we'll play the best 3 out of 5. The first 4 sets we'll play to 25-2. The 5th set, should it go to that, would be to 15-2. As Whiteoak has it now, return up front there by Carr. Into the net it goes, and Peebles now has pulled within 1, make it 8-7. Thanks to our studio producer, Miss Sarah Rigdon, doing a great job for us. As a nice flat serve, saved off the backside, back there by Parr. Peebles has it now. Carroll for the return. Dug out again by Parr. Reset Ames. Attempted kill up front. Carr. And count it. And what a turnaround that was, as Whiteoak looked like that was going to be an ace. Instead, Whiteoak was able to save it off of some nice defense. As Lydia Carr back to serve it. Her first serve of the match. Her team up again by 2. Taken this time by Stevens. Back over it comes, this time by Smalley. Attempted kill up front, out the back it goes off of Hill. With the score 9-8, Peebles will get the volleyball to serve, and Kennedy Dick will be back to do that. Kennedy's first serve of the match, and counted as an ace. That's their first ace of the match. Kennedy, one of 7 seniors on this Peebles team, and Kennedy turns right around and serves a service error. Whiteoak gets it back now. 10-9, the lead for Whiteoak. Back serving Reagan Newton. The Whiteoak Lady Cats. Saved on the opposite side, Stevens. Carroll will return it. Now a little bump past Parr. Ames gets it back over there for a return by Hill. Kennedy Dick will again set Stevens. Now Johnston for the kill. It's up. It's good. Bailey Johnston gets her second kill of the match, and we're tied again at 10-all. In for Whiteoak now will be Adriana Phillips. Out will be Reagan Newton. Bailey Johnston back to serve. Her second serve, and it's out the back for a service error. Back into the match now for Whiteoak would be Kylie Ham. The score 11-10. Whiteoak retakes it with a 1-point lead. Brianna Hill serve for the second time here in the match. Steps up. Right-hand serve is in the back corner. It's good. Counted for an ace. Whiteoak takes again a 2-point lead. Thursday, October 5th, volleyball, Manchester at Fayetteville on C103 and on Good Guys Radio TV. Manchester Lady Greyhounds as service error by Hill. Back into the match now would be Angel Gray. Neither of these teams seemingly ready to take charge yet. Cadence Carroll to serve. And counted for an ace. And again, Peebles ties it. 12-all. And on the ace, Peebles takes the lead. We have timeout on the floor. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Snappy Tomato Pizza.
What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu, fresh every day. pizza, pasta, salad, hoagies, each handcrafted by dedicated cooks who understand quality ingredients are the star. Visit snappytomato.com for the location near you. Lunch, dinner, or late night, Snappy has the ingredients to remind you fresh tastes best.
Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Sunday, it's football. Western Brown takes on a tough Clinton Massey team. That's on Friday night on 99.5 The Edge, showing Greg and Rob for that. Then on Saturday, the Ohio State University versus Maryland, 10:30 pregame on C103. And then on The Edge, it's Ohio University versus Kent State. On Sunday, let's see if we can't get the Bengals back on a winning ways as they take on the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be 2:30 pregame with a 4:30 or 4 p.m. kickoff, I believe it is. As the serve is up and returned by Whiteoak's Brianna Hill. Now Stevens will pass it back over for attempted kill, Gray. Now a little tap attempt kill blocked by Gray. Stevens will again pass it, this time for Johnson's return to Whiteoak. On the opposite side, Phillips has it, attempted kill Ham. Dug it off the backside, Johnston. Dick will set it this time for the kill by Gray. Back up again, Ames returns it and count it. Claire Ames, as Whiteoak just hung on a little longer. Nice volley, make it 13 all. Into the match now would be Riley Barr, replacing Cadence Carroll for Peebles. Jaylee Parr to serve now. She does, and it's out for a service error. 14-13, and again Peebles takes a 1-point lead. In the JV match, it was Peebles winning at 2-0, 25-22 and then 25-13. And again, an ace served by the Peebles Lady Indians. This time it was Ellie Stevens, her first ace of the match. Ellie steps up, taken defensively by Parr. Ham on the attempted kill puts it into the net, making it 16-13. Peebles now up by 3. And serves it into the net. Neither team doing a stellar job of serving tonight. As back in for Whiteoak will be Reagan Newton. Serving is Claire Ames. Claire's serve is taken back there by Barr. Returned up front by Gray. And count again, make it 17-14. As Peyton Johnson has the volleyball, dribbles it a couple times and serves. And out the back it goes for another service error. (17-15) the score now. That's 6 service errors now against Peebles, and this is usually a pretty good serving volleyball team. Madison Shum with the serve. Nice save off the backside by Barr, but into the ceiling it goes off the hands of, I think it was Johnson, doesn't matter. 17-16, Whiteoak back within 1. Shum will serve for the second time here in the match. Right-hand serve from the left rear corner, taken this time by Johnston. Stevens will pass it back to Johnston for the attempted kill. It's good. Bailey Johnston gets her 3rd kill. Coming in now Smalley and Carroll, replacing Barr and Gray. 18-16, Peebles up by 2. Smalley back to serve. Nice flat serve. And Whiteoak, nice save off the front side there by Newton. Now Dick will pass it over for an attempted kill. Carroll saved again. Ames now sets it with a pass to Hill. Hill on the return. And saved again this time by Stevens. Saved again by Whiteoak. Hill. Hill for the attempted kill. It's good. That was pretty much survival mode on both sides of the net until that Hill with the slam. We've got timeout again. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
You've been listening to us.
It's a match here on your home for Shack Sports. Download the free C103 app from Google Play or the App Store, or listen from any device at c103.fm. You can even ask Alexa, what's playing on C103 Country? And Alexa will pipe right up and say, oh, here you go. I don't know if she'll say that or not, but anyway. And don't forget, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Help us raise awareness and funds to provide mammograms to local women with the Car for Cure campaign. Be on the lookout for a pink car for your chance to donate and sign the car for yourself. I just want to remind you, by signing it, you are stating your support for the fight against breast cancer, one that affects all of us. Kennedy Dick back to serve for Peebles. They're up by 2. On the opposite side of things, it's taken by Newton. Back over it comes. Carroll will pass it back to Smalley. Then back to Carroll it comes. And a kill for Carroll. The third makes it 20-17. Peebles up by 3. Every point is contested here tonight. Kennedy Dick serves again. Nice flat serve. Dug out by Newton. Over it comes from Ames. Smalley gets it for Peebles to Dick, and then Carroll attempted kill. And we're going to get a carry off the backside. Ellie McMullen, the libero, into the match for Whiteoak, by the way. And her serve is taken back again by Newton. Ames resets it, but she sets it too close to the net. And Johnston gets credit for another kill. Whiteoak thought she was over the net. Debbie Parker, the official, said, nope, that's not the case. McMullen with the dig off the backside, a kill up front. Jaylee Parr gets her first kill, and boy, it was definitive. 22-18. Remember, we're only going to 25, so Whiteoak needs some points right now. Reagan Newton to serve. She does, taken by Johnson off the back line, passes it to Dick. Now Carroll on the attempted kill. Ames will reset it for the attempted kill. Hill saved off the front side again, blocked again. A double block up front, Stevens and Ames. Now Carroll for the attempted kill. It's good. Cadence Carroll gets her 4th kill, making the score 23-18. As out is Newton. In is Adriana Phillips for Whiteoak. Serving now is Johnston. It's taken deep back there by Whiteoak, and now the attempted kill up front. And we're going to get a double hit off the front. I believe that's what that was. Was that somebody in the net? I glanced away. As back serving now, Brianna Hill. 4-point difference in the match. Whiteoak trails. Carroll gets it on the other side. Stevens passes it to Smalley. Smalley needs to get over and does, just barely. Actually turns out good for Peebles. Backside, Johnston has it. Now Dick will on the pass to Carroll for the kill. It's up. It's good. Cadence Carroll, 5 kills here in this first set. As Gray comes back in to replace Smalley. Carroll back to serve for the Peebles Lady Indians, leading in the match 24-19. And we've got timeout on the floor for Whiteoak. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
For years.
Shot up by for 3. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
That's GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
Special thanks to our season sponsors for making this and every game possible here on C103, including Williamson Trucking, Carbon Outlet, and Barry's Chevrolet. Just 3 of the people making it possible for us to be here tonight. Lots of things going on in October. My goodness, is it a busy month. Cadence Carroll back to serve now. Used to be kind of quiet moving into the Christmas season, but not anymore. All the activities going on. Carroll with the serve. Libero McMullen gets it. Now back over the net it comes Brianna Hill. Kennedy Dick sets it up front for Johnson. Blocked on the part of Ames. It'll be a Whiteoak point. 24-19. They trail by 5. Stranger things have happened. I've seen this work before. Jaylee Parr back to serve now. One miscue and Peebles wins the set. As attempted kill up front. Oh, yes. Lydia Carr sent a message with her third kill. She said, not in my house. 24-21. Jaylee Parr to serve as Whiteoak back within 3 now. Taken by Kennedy Dick, pass to Stevens. And now back over to Gray, tapped out. It'll be Whiteoak point, 24-22. And we've got timeout again. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and uniqueness of all of our participants.
Junior varsity competition. First set was exactly like this. Ended up being 25-22. Whiteoak is pulled back within 2, 24-22. Remember, Peebles has to win by 2. Parr to serve. Serve is taken over there by Barr. Returned it out the back off Gray. And again, Whiteoak scores to make it 24-23. You don't often see a team down 24-19 come back, but Whiteoak's working on it. Parr to Dick. Stevens will pass it. Returned by Johnson. Saved on the opposite side by Ham. Reset for a little tap across, and that'll be the point. The kill up front by Angel Gray, her second, and that's 25-23 the final score. Peebles wins it. We're back for our second set right after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Whether you need insurance to protect your home, car, business, or your family's financial future, I believe that your needs are best served by your local neighbors. Shirley Link, your local Encova insurance agent, will take the time to get to know your specific needs. Contact Shirley Link today to find out how you can benefit from working with a local agent. Visit linkinsuranceservice.com or call 937-695-0611.
High School, located in Morristown, Ohio, is a part of the Bright Local School District. Our mission is to bridge the gap, respect the differences, imagine the possibilities, generate success, heighten expectations, and teach all students. This past school year, Whiteoak High School received a 5-star rating in gap closing and graduation rates. Whiteoak High School ranks first in the state in college, career, workforce, and military readiness. First in the region with a 4-year graduation rate of 98% and a 5-year graduation rate of 100%. Over the past 2 seasons, Whiteoak Athletics have had 10 SHAC team championships, 3 district team champions, and multiple regional and state qualifiers. On behalf of Wildcat Nation, we wish all of our students, alumni, and athletes best of luck in all that they do. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat.
In that first set, Peebles was led by Bailey Johnston with, led by Cadence Carroll with 5 kills. Bailey Johnston right behind her with 4. Angel Gray with 2. And on Angel Gray, Kennedy Dick had 1 ace. Stevens had 1. Cadence Carroll had 2. On the other side of things, Lydia Carr had 3 kills to lead Whiteoak. Everybody else having 1. That was Parr, Hill, Ames, and Ham. And on the ace side of things, well, Whiteoak only had 1 ace, and that was scored by Brianna Hill. Without question, Peebles the more offensive-minded. We said that in pregame, the more offensive or the attack-minded team, at least in this set. And we'll start the second set here. Whiteoak trailing 1-0. It looks like it's going to be Brianna Hill starting things off with the volleyball to serve for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. Our producer-director on TV side of things, Mr. Brandon Rigdon. Doing a great job. Again, if you've not watched it, Good Guys Radio TV, Goodguysradiotv.com. Go to it. You can watch this match. Lots of other things. Just completed the Brown County Fair with lots of coverage there. Lots of things upcoming. We have more football, more volleyball. As the serve is up, and we'll have a double hit on the part of Whiteoak. And immediately Peebles takes a 1-0 lead. Serving now will be Bailey Johnston. Bailey dribbles the volleyball, steps up, and just barely clears the net with a let. Count that as an ace. Her first of the match. She will serve again. Bailey's second serve, taken deep back there. Nice attempt back there by Ham. No, it was not Ham. Nice attempt there by Brianna Hill. She couldn't get it done, so that'll go down as a second ace there to start things for Peebles. And they lead 3-0. Now another flat serve, and counted again as an ace. Third ace in a row. Johnston serve again, and another ace. Bailey Johnston back. Peebles takes a 5-0 lead on the back of 4 aces. This one will be returned, I believe. Ames will reset it for a pass over to Ham for the return. Kennedy Dick will pass it to Carroll for the attempted kill. Blocked up front, Ames. Back over it comes now. Phillips has it. Attempted kill up front, Parr. A nice save off the backside, Johnston. Return on a one-hit by Carroll. Ames, one-hit return. Now Carroll will pass it to the attempted kill, Johnson. Ames up front. Oh, the kill, count it. Claire Ames saves the day for Whiteoak, at least on that point. 5-1 the score now. And serving will be Jaylee Parr. That will go down as an ace. Boy, suddenly a lot of good serving, and I mentioned the serving wasn't that great in that first set. Boy, suddenly a lot of good serving here in the second set. Johnston to Dick. Stevens on the attempted return. Nope. Whiteoak will score again, make it 5-3. Peebles with the lead. Kennedy Dick will pass the ball over for the attempt to kill Johnson. Instead, she attempts a dink. Brianna Hill resets it for the attempt to kill Ham. Saved by Smalley, but Ham will get credit for the kill. Her second of the match, make it 5-4. Jaylee Parr serves again. Jaylee's right-hand serve. Johnson gets it off the back line defensively off the dig. Now Johnston for the return, but it's into the net. So we'll be tied at 5-all. So this set is shaping up to be exactly like the first one was. Back and forth we go, literally and figuratively. Hill, pass it to Ames. Ames for a little tap, a dink kill by Ham, blocked up front. That was a nice job on the part of Carr, matched up against Dick. Now Dick has it for a pass to Carroll. Carroll a one-hit return back to the back line for Hill. And now the attempted kill up front, saved by Carroll. Nice tap dink kill up front by Carr. Count it. Whiteoak scores again, and they take the lead now, 6-5. The way Johnston hit those first 4 aces to begin this set, as that'll be a service error by Parr. You would have thought they were going to bury Peebles. Smalley out, Gray in. Cadence Carroll serving. That'll be a little reset, pass back over for the return up front by Ames. And now a block up front by Gray. It'll be a point for Peebles. Make it 7-6 now. Peebles back on top, only by 1. Cadence Carroll to serve. She does. Little attempted kill, blocked by Gray. Count it. Second block in a row as Whiteoak tried to go back to the well. Cadence Carroll serving her 3rd serve of the set. This time's reset by Hill. Back over Ham. Now back once again. A little side tap over by Phillips. It'll be off the hands of Peebles, side out. Into the match, Newton. Out Phillips. In would be Barr. Out would be Carroll. Serving will be Claire Ames for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. This will be her first serve of the set. Her team down by 1, 8-7. Steps up, serves it. Kennedy Dick will pass it back to Stevens. Gray on the attempted kill, blocked up front. Counted for the kill as that's side out off of Whiteoak. Angel Gray was kind of quiet in the first set. She had 2 kills. She's already had 3 here in the early stages of this second set. Ames passes it for the attempted kill. Ham, good job. I think they expected it to go over there for Lydia Carr. Instead, Ham was set to put it where she wanted it. She gets her 3rd kill of the set. Serving now will be Kylie Ham. Kylie's right-hand serve from the back corner. Stevens passes it for the attempted kill, Gray. Dug out on the other side, Newton. Now it'll be Stevens again. Attempted kill, Johnson. Side out. It'll be Whiteoak point. We're tied again at 9-all. Adams County Regional Medical Center, ACRMC. Go to acrmc.com to schedule an appointment. Or better yet, listen tonight as they sponsor our Coaches Comment Show. Madison Shum back into the match. Peyton Johnson back to serve. ACRMC Coaches Comment Show. Ham out. Shum in, as we said. Johnston to serve. Johnson's serve taken by Shum. Ames resets it on a pass. And it'll be side out off of Carr. 11-9. Peebles back up now by 2. Johnson's flat serve. Yes, it's a good one. Peyton Johnson gets her first ace of the night. Once again, I'm Don Bowles. Hope you enjoy volleyball here tonight. Thursday night will be Manchester at Fayetteville. Mr. Ken Smith will be bringing you that one. As Ames will pass. There for the return by Carr. Johnson on the back line for Peebles. Stevens passes it to Gray for the attempted kill. Nice save on the other side by Newton. But instead it's a kill up front for Johnson. Johnston, her first kill of the set, 5th of the match. Timeout on the floor. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu, fresh every day. Pizza, pasta, salad, hoagies, each handcrafted by dedicated cooks who understand quality ingredients are the star. Visit snappytomato.com for the location near you. Lunch, dinner, or late night, Snappy has the ingredients to remind you fresh tastes best. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
We come back, as I remind you, stay tuned for our Snappy Tomato Pizza. See with their player of the game, that's Snappy Tomato Pizza. The McFarland family in Seaman and the Paul Brown and his staff in West Union. Check them out. They sponsor our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Peyton Johnson will serve now. Her team up 13-9. Flat serve taken on the opposite side there by Shum. Now Carr for the return. Johnson digs it out off the back. Stevens now. One hand hit back over Johnston. Shum back off the back line. Ames to Hill. A kill up front by Gray. Gray with a resounding kill there. Make it 6 kills in the match. Johnson will serve again. Johnson's right hand jump serve. This time Shum digs it out, and Ames attempts to return it, but it was too close to net, and Gray gets credit for a block. 15-9 now. Peebles, our biggest lead of the match at any time. Johnson back serving. Ames. Return Hill. And count it. Brianna Hill will break the serve with that kill. 15-10. They trail by 5. Serving now Lydia Carr. Lydia, one of the seniors. She only served one time in that first set. Johnson out. Into the match now would be Amber Scott. And into the net it goes. Smalley back in to replace Gray. Carroll back in to replace now Barr. Abigail Smalley will serve for the 4th time here in the match. First in this set. Nice flat serve. Nice save by Ames, by the way. Back over Carr. Now backside there, Barr. And count, it's up, it's good. Smalley's serve received this time by Carr. And a miscue by Whiteoak, and that makes a score for Peebles. Make it 18-10, and Smalley will serve again. Right hand serve, and saved by Carr. Reset for a little tap across there by Parr. Count it. Make it 18-11. Whiteoak will get it back. Once again, our season sponsors include Barry Chevrolet, Carpet Outlet in Winchester, and of course Williamson Trucking. Nice flat serve taken back there by Scott. Returned by Stevens. Shum has it. They'll get it up front there for the attempted kill. Hill, it's good. Whiteoak a little more energetic now, 18-12. It shouldn't seem more energetic. They've been working hard. It's probably more forceful would be the proper thing to say. Reagan Newton with the serve. Reset by Dick, and it's an errant pass, and that'll be a miscue on Peebles. And now, once again, Whiteoak just does not go down easy. They're back within 5, make it 18-13. Reagan Newton, a right-handed server from the far left corner. Taken backside by Scott. Reset by Smalley. Over it comes by Carroll for the kill. Right down the side, just inside the sideline. As out will be Newton. Back in will be Phillips. Whiteoak receives the ball. And we're going to get a carry or a double hit for Whiteoak and make it 20-13, excuse me. Kennedy Dick will serve for her 2nd time here in the set. 7th time here in the match. Her right-hand serve taken there by Carr to Phillips. Attempted kill up front. Good job on the part of Jaylee Parr. She records her 3rd kill. And again, that's more that forceful thing. Kylie Ham in to replace Shum. Serving now will be Brianna Hill. Right-hand serve received by Stevens. Passed it to Dick, and a little matchup there between they're going to say Whiteoak was in the net. I had to stop and pause there. I wasn't sure what that was going on. I believe that's what they said. Scott in leaves. Johnson back in. Johnston back to serve. Received by Carr. Ham on the return. Count it. Kylie Ham records her 4th kill, but is it too little too late once again? 21-15. Whiteoak try to come back in that first set. Can they actually succeed here in the second one? The serve this time taken by Carroll to Dick on the pass. Now Johnson for the return. Saved off the backside. Hill. Now their attempted return. Ham. Nice save by Smalley. Now Johnson into the net. No. 21-16. And Whiteoak gets it back. Jaylee Parr serves it. Smalley gets it off the back line. Dick will get it off the pass to Johnson. Now Ames, attempted kill. Ham blocked up front on the part of Stevens. That'll be a point for Peebles. Gray comes in. Smalley comes out. 22-16 the score. Back to serve, I believe, is going to be Cadence Carroll. It is. Western Brown against Clinton Massey. They had a big win Friday night, New Richmond. It's a big win for Western Brown. Western Brown, a very young team. And that'll be a nice job on the part of, I believe that was Hill. Make it 22-17, and again, Whiteoak's not finished. Claire Ames serving. Received by Dick to Stevens. And a little tap kill up front by Newton. Her first of the match. And again, Whiteoak on the comeback trail. 22-18. Peebles still leading. If you're just joining us, this is the second set. Peebles won the first one. And returned by Ames. Count again for a kill. And now it's 22-19. And we've got timeout, Peebles. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
Join C103 and 99.5 The Edge and GoodGuysRadioTV.com on Monday, October 23rd, as we team up with SATH for our 21st annual radio and telethon. We'll be on the air from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. accepting your donation to help Camp Dovetail. What a wonderful cause that is. Listen in. Claire Ames back to serve. Her team down 22-19. They're on a run, though, Whiteoak is. Dug out by Johnston. Stevens will pass it back over to Gray. Now saved off the backside, there by Parr. Returned up front by Carr. Count it. Lydia Carr gets her fifth kill. And again, Whiteoak's back within two. 22-20. Dick to Stevens. Gray for the kill. Saved on the other side, Ames. Stevens. Now Gray again for the attempted kill. Ames saves it for the second time. Now Carr for the attempted kill. This time saved by Dick. Back over Johnson. Backline Hill. Up front, Ham for the attempted kill. Saved by Johnson. Backline off the dig. Now passed up front for Johnson for the attempted kill. Ames passes it now. Reverse pass up front. Newton for the attempted kill. Johnson again off the back. And nice save by Johnson, but it'll be an extra hit. And Whiteoak scores again, and they pull within one off of a nice volley. 22-21 the score. Claire Ames an opportunity here to serve and tie this set. Dick, and also tie the match if Whiteoak should go on and win this. Stevens back over comes to Ames. Carr for the attempted kill. Saved on the other side, this time by Barr. Back over it comes. It'll be side out, and Whiteoak has tied it 22-0. Now, Whiteoak has trailed by as much as 6 in this set, and Peebles calls another timeout. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by for three. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
That's GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
We're tied at 22-all in a set that has seen Peebles trail by as much as 6. Whiteoak trail by as much as 6. They have come back to tie it here at 22-all. Now remember again, we have to play to 25 by 2. Claire Ames back to serve. She has served a total of 4 times in this set. This will be her 5th. Right hand serve taken by Kennedy Dick. Stevens will pass it to Gray. Gray into the net, and Whiteoak takes a 23-22 lead. Stranger things have happened. Claire Ames to serve again. Right-hand serve, this time into the net it goes. It'll be a service error, and finally, the serve is broken. Back serving is going to be Stevens. Stevens flat serve taken by Newton. Little tap across, blocked by Gray. Ames will reset for Carr for the attempted kill. Saved by Johnson, back over Gray. Once again, Ames has it to Newton. Carr the attempted kill. Dug out this time by Barr. Back against Stevens, and into the net it goes off of Gray. And Whiteoak is looking at set point, 24-23 the score. They'll get the serve back. Back in the match will be Madison Shum. Shum will serve for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. Shum's right-hand serve out for a service error, and we're tied. Again, it has to be 25-2. 24 all the score. Peyton Johnson, the senior, will serve it. Ames will pass it to Carr for the attempted kill. Saved and back over it comes off of Barr. Dick will pass it this time for the attempted kill. Johnston, it's good. Bailey Johnston gives Peebles a 1-point lead. They lead 25-24, and now Peebles has set score. Peyton Johnson to serve again. This is her 9th serve in the match. She's had 2 service errors to start things, but she's been perfect since. Right-hand serve is up. Taken by Shum. Ames will set it for the attempted kill. Hill blocked by Gray. Back over it comes, side out. Peebles will win it, 26-24. We'll take a break. We're back after this. Peebles leading 2-0 here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and uniqueness of all of our participants.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Whether you need insurance to protect your home, car, business, or your family's financial future, I believe that your needs are best served by your local neighbors. Shirley Link, your local Encova insurance agent, will take the time to get to know your specific needs. Contact Shirley Link today to find out how you can benefit from working with a local agent. Visit linkinsuranceservice.com or call 937-695-0611.
Whiteoak High School, located in Morristown, Ohio, is a part of the Bright Local School District. Our mission is to bridge the gap, respect the differences, imagine the possibilities, generate success, heighten expectations, and teach all students. This past school year, Whiteoak High School received a 5-star rating in gap closing and graduation rates. Whiteoak High School ranks first in the state in college, career, workforce, and military readiness. First in the region with a 4-year graduation rate of 98% and a 5-year graduation rate.
That's that. Whiteoak was led in kills. Jaylee Parr with 2, Brianna Hill with 3, Claire Ames with 2, Kylie Ham with 3, Lydia Carr with 2, and Reagan Newton with 1. Serving, Jaylee Parr had 1 ace. That was the only ace recorded by Whiteoak. On the other hand, Peebles had a total of 5 aces. Johnston had 4 to start the match, start the set, and Johnson had 1. As far as kills go, Bailey Johnson had 2. Gray had a total of 4. Cadence Carroll had 2. And blocks were a big deal. Angel Gray had 3, and Ellie Stevens had 1. We will start this set. Peebles with the volleyball. They lead in match score 2-0, but boy, has it been close. If you're just joining us, 25-23 was the first set. 26-24 is the second set. Two very, very close matches. And the way this works, if Peebles wins this one, our match is finished. Johnston back to serve. Bailey Johnston, this will be her 10th serve in the match. She has served 4 aces, as we said. At one point, Peebles was ahead by as many as 6 in that set, but Whiteoak did not go away. These two teams are tied in records in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference, but of course they play in different divisions. Both of them are second place in their respective divisions. Peebles has the ball after the serve. Now the pass and the attempt to kill. Johnson saved by Carr. Up front, Phillips. Back over it'll come off the hands of Parr. Saved by Johnston again. Dick passes it to Carroll for the attempted kill. It's good. Cadence Carroll with her 8th kill of the match. Puts her team up 1-0. Season sponsors. Williamson Trucking, just south of Leesburg, north of Hillsboro. All your large equipment needs. They take care of all the maintenance, repairs, rebuilds, you name it. They service all the major brands. And then, of course, Carpet Outlet in Winchester. All kinds of flooring needs. Obviously not just carpet, but all the hardwood and the like. And off the hit into the net by Hill. Make it 2-0. Peebles with the lead. Check that. They're going to say it is Whiteoak's volleyball. Dick has it for a pass to Carroll. Carroll on the save. Parr back over, back line to Hill. Back over it comes. Dick again sets it for Carroll for the attempted kill. And again saved by Hill. Carr up front to Ham. And Ham on the kill. Kylie Ham gets her 5th kill of the match. Whiteoak leads early here, 2-1. That'll be a side out, though, for a service error. Gray in. Out would be Smalley. Carroll back to serve. Into the net it goes for a service error. Whiteoak gets the volleyball for the serve. Jaylee Parr will do it. Little tap back across by Gray, saved by Phillips. Now back over off of Carr. Nice save, nice hustle by Kennedy Dick, but couldn't get it back up to the front line. That'll be a point for Whiteoak, and they now lead 4-2. And this serve reset by Stevens. A little tap back over by Gray. That's what they call a campfire. Big circle, and Whiteoak just stood there and watched it drop right between all of them. Peebles gets it, trailing by 1. Serving would be Stevens. Newton back in. She'll replace Phillips. Whiteoak leading by 2. Claire Ames back to serve. Ames served 10 times now with 2 errors. Stevens will pass over to Dick for the attempted kill. It's up, it's good. Kennedy Dick gets her first kill of the match. Pulls her team within 1, make it 5-4. And of course, we can't forget season sponsor Barry Chevrolet in West Union. New cars, used cars, service, you name it. Kill up front by Gray. Her 8th of the match. Make it 5-all. Peyton Johnson to serve her 11th serve now. Jump serve into the net for a service error. Madison Shum will be in to replace Kylie Ham. Shum steps to the service line. Right-hand serve is taken deep back there by Stevens. Returned up front by Gray. Now it'll be Ames on a one-hit return. Johnson to Stevens. Attempted to kill Johnson. Carr digs it out, now Ames on the return. Peebles with the volleyball. Stevens passes it on a reverse set to Dick. Nice save on the part of Kennedy Dick. Ames will reset it for the attempted return up front off of Newton. Dug out off the backside. Oh, nice attempt back there by Parr as well as Shum. They got together, and that wouldn't work. We're tied at 6-all. Gray back out. Back in would be Carroll. Also back in is Abigail Smalley. Smalley will serve for the 7th time here in the match. Right-handed server from the far right corner. Serves it. Shum gets it on the part of Whiteoak. Blocked up front on the part of Johnston. Johnston gets her first block to match up with 6 kills. Make it 7-6. Peebles takes the lead. Smalley's right-hand serve taken by Shum to Carr. Shum will have to return it, but no, into the net it goes. 8-6 now. Peebles back up by 2. Now, obviously, if you're a Whiteoak fan, the key to this is Whiteoak can't, they keep digging themselves holes and can't quite dig their way out of it. They need to not have that happen. They were already starting to dig themselves a little bit of a hole. Make it 9-6. But they need to make that comeback earlier if they're going to stay in this match. Parr hits it deep there, taken by Johnson, returned by Carroll, saved by Shum off the back line. Reverse set up front by Hill. Now Peebles has it. Stevens will pass it for the return by Johnston. Nice save on the part of Ames. Back over Peebles has it again. Stevens passes it for Carroll again. Carroll attempted kill. Saved by Carr. Can they get it over? They do. Nice job up front both by Carr and Hill. Now it'll be Kennedy Dick on a reverse return. Up front Ames resets on a reverse set to Newton. Blocked by Carroll, and Newton gets credit for the kill. Her second of the match. The libero, Ellie McMullen, in for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. Her team down 9-7 now. Peebles won the first 2 sets, 2 close ones, 25-23, 26-24. Carroll on the attempted kill, saved off the backside by Shum. And an errant pass by Peebles. 9-8 now the score. McMullen serve taken. This time Stevens will pass the front for Kennedy Dick. She'll repass it to Carroll for the attempted kill. Count it. 10-8. Once again, Peebles up by 2. Kennedy Dick, right-hand serve. Reset by Ames, and a little tap up front. Good jobs on the part of Stevens. Stevens gets credit for the block. And Kennedy Dick will remain at the service line. With the score 11-8, Peebles up by 3. Saved off the backside by McMullen. Up front it comes by Shum, and now Dick will repass it for the attempted kill Johnson. And it'll be a kill for Johnston and a point for Peebles. 12-8 the score now. Kennedy Dick serving again. Her 10th serve of the match. McMullen on a little bump return. Carroll to Dick. Back over Carroll for the attempted kill. It's good. Classic. Put them where they aren't. Into the match now will be Lydia Carr for Whiteoak. Back serving now will be Kennedy Dick again. Taken back there by Carr. Into the net it goes. That's going to count as an ace. Dick's second ace of the night. Make it 14-8. Timeout Peebles. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu, fresh every day. Pizza, pasta, salad, hoagies, each handcrafted by dedicated cooks who understand quality ingredients are the star. Visit SnappyTomato.com for the location near you. Lunch, dinner, or late night, Snappy has the ingredients to remind you fresh tastes best.
Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tournament draws this weekend. Don't forget about that. We will have this coming weekend. We'll have all the tournament schedules to you next week. And all the matches we'll be covering. So make sure you don't miss out on that. Kennedy Dick will be back to serve. Yet this week, it's Manchester versus Fayetteville. Ken Smith will bring you that on Good Guys Radio TV and C103. And off of Whiteoak, it's side out again, make it 15-8. Right-hand serve is up, taken deep by Carr. Reverse hit back over Johnson to Dick. Back over comes Carroll. Saved off the backside there by Ham. Now back over once again by Hill to Dick. Carroll on the attempted kill. And it's good. Kings Carroll with her 11th kill. 16-8. Biggest lead of the match by either team, and Peebles has it. They're up by 8. Once again, special thanks Sarah Rigdon for producing our studio producer for tonight. Johnston with the kill. It's up. It's good. Bailey Johnston gets her 8th kill. 17-8 now the score. Peebles marching ever closer to that match win. And count as an ace. Kennedy Dick buried it right in the right rear corner. Good Guys Radio TV. If you're listening to us on C103, you can tune in on Good Guys Radio TV. Kennedy Dick serves another ace. 19-8 now, but just go to goodguysradiotv.com. Goodguysradiotv.com. You can not only watch this match live, but you can go back and watch it anytime you wish or please. And another ace. Oh no, they're going to say that was out. Okay. Back serving now will be Reagan Newton. The score 20-8. And boy, does Whiteoak need a bunch. And she'll start it out with an ace. Boy, is that timely. Whiteoak needs some good news right now. They trail by 9. Third set, Peebles up 2-0. Johnson to Kennedy Dick. Over the net it comes by Stevens on just a bump. Now Ames over by Hill. Inside out, it'll be a point for Peebles. Adriana Phillips in for Newton. Johnston back to serve. Bailey Johnston has 4 aces on 11 serves. Carr to Ames. Back over side bump Carr. Backline Johnston has it up front, passes it to Dick for the return by Carroll. It's up, it's good. 21-10. Peebles marches ever closer to that match win. It has been close all night long. This is the biggest disparity we've had all night, JV or varsity. Attempted kill up front by Parr. Saved as Dick on the pass to Carroll. Blocked up front by Ames and Parr. Whiteoak's not done. 21-11. Serving will be Brianna Hill. This will be her 8th serve. She has 2 errors on 8 serves, or 7 serves with 2 aces. Serve taken by Carroll off the right side to Kennedy Dick. They'll set to Johnson for a little tap attempted kill. Carr with it. Reset by Hill. Over it comes off of Parr. Now attempted return Stevens. Phillips has it. Ames on the return. Dug out by Dick to Stevens. To Carroll again. Carroll saved again by Phillips to Ames. Ham on a return. Smalley gets it for Peebles to Dick to Carroll for the attempted kill. Saved back line again. Hill. Now again Ham for the return and count it. Kylie Ham gets credit for the kill and keeps Whiteoak's hopes alive. 21-12. They trail by 9. As Brianna Hill will serve once again. ACRMC Coaches Comment Show, Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game, all that as counted. A little miscommunication by Peebles. They couldn't get it organized. 10th serve coming for Hill. Her team back within 8 now. Hill's serve taken by Carroll to Johnson. Inside out, and again they score. (21-14) now. They're within 7. Carroll will receive it. Kennedy Dick will pass it over for the attempted kill. Johnson, it's good. That'll break the serve. Gray comes back in. Out would be Smalley. Peebles leading 22-14 will send Cadence Carroll to the service line. Cadence has served 8 times with 1 error, 2 aces. Serve is taken opposite side by Parr. Blocked up front by Gray. Make it 23-14. Cadence Carroll serving. This time Carr receives it. Phillips to Ham. Into the net it goes. And again, Peebles looking this time at set match point. Right hand serve. This time Parr has it to Phillips. Reset Parr, blocked up front Gray, and that'll be it. 25-14 the final score in this set. Peebles wins it 3-0. Set scores are 25-23, 26-24, and 25-14. Peebles wins it 3-0, and we'll be back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we begin to wrap things up here, the JV score was 25-22, 25-13. Peebles winning at 2-0. And on the varsity score, it was Peebles winning at 25-23, 26-24, 25-14, 3-0 the score. And I'll tell you what, we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by for 3. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can say.
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's Goodguysradiotv.com.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Maxler Tractor.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and the uniqueness of all of our participants.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Whether you need insurance to protect your home, car, business, or your family's financial future, I believe that your needs are best served by your local neighbors. Shirley Link, your local Encova insurance agent, will take the time to get to know your specific needs. Contact Shirley Link today to find out how you can benefit from working with a local agent. Visit linkinsuranceservice.com or call 937-695-0611.
Whiteoak High School, located in Morristown, Ohio, is a part of the Bright Local School District. Our mission is to bridge the gap, respect the differences, imagine the possibilities, generate success, heighten expectations, and teach all students. This past school year, Whiteoak High School...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our ACRMC Coaches Comment Show. Joining me, Annie Gustin, the third-year coach for the Peebles Lady Indians. Boy, it doesn't seem like it's been 3 years. Does it seem like it to you?
No, sure doesn't. Been 3 good years.
But many more matches like tonight, it'll feel like 20, won't it?
I know, yeah.
Boy, yes, Whiteoak improved. Are they? Compared to, especially look back a couple of years, they are so much better, aren't they?
I know. They're an athletic team. They're always scrappy. You can count on them. And I thought tonight that we may have more trouble. They fought till the end there. I mean, right at the end, 22-25. But I saw where they went 4 with North Adams, 4 with Fairfield. Some really good teams. They beat Paint Valley in 3. We lost to Paint Valley. Played bad, but lost. And I knew it was going to be a tough game, but the girls put them away.
Well, and Whiteoak, a team that every time it looked like you were going to put them away, as you said, they just kept coming back.
I know. They didn't give up.
But let's face it, it's good for your team.
It is. Heading into tournament, that's what we had a tough week last week. Got down and then lost a few key games there, but it's always good to face good teams and good competition. It's fun volleyball when you play games like that, and then, of course, heading into tournament.
Well, in your ball club, I think you're much more balanced than you were earlier in the season. Would that be safe to say?
We are. We've made some adjustments in our rotation, and I think they're working better together as a team and using everybody's strengths better.
Well, and that said, I think there's your front line from that. Your front line is better, but a lot of times when that happens, your defense goes away. But I think your defense is still, again, you've got good balance and everything's getting better.
Yeah, I took a really risky chance and pulled our libero, which I think was the best libero in the league, Ellie Stevens, and pulled her to help us out setting because we had the passes there a lot, but sometimes we were struggling from the sets and then hurt us in the hitting. But pulling her to set some, really, our back row has stepped up big time. Bailey and Peyton and our subs in there have stepped up and got us the passes we need.
Well, in high school volleyball at this level, I think sometimes the weakness is probably on the passing and the sets, the positioning of them. They may pass them, but obviously they're 8 feet from the net instead of 3 feet. And again, I think at times you'll lapse tonight, but again, I see improvement there too.
I do too. We got real inconsistent there for a while. Couldn't get out of that funk in the second set, and then the passes got there finally, and then the setting got real inconsistent. And then the setting got there, and it seemed like we couldn't get a hit over and in. So we went through a funk there with some inconsistency, but they wrapped it up.
Well, as a conversation point, when Bailey Johnston is set properly and Angel Gray is set properly and Cadence Carroll's proper, all three of those, they are very potent on the front line if they can get the set right.
Right. That's been our struggle all season, getting the passes up there and then getting good sets and consistency. Because when it's there, I've told them all along, we're a hitting team, and we have the hitters. We just got to get there.
Peyton Johnson, again, did not play last year. Doesn't show. She had a great game tonight. You already mentioned Ellie Stevens, another good game, a good floor game. But I thought Kennedy Dick had a good floor game as well tonight.
She did. Her and Ellie both step up as leaders and our setters and carry the team there and play smart for us and hustle.
Angel Gray and Bailey Johnston. Bailey Johnston, I've got her for 8 kills and 4 aces. She started that second set. She's always a go-to, isn't she?
She is. She plays smart there. I get onto her sometimes for playing too smart and shying off the ball. I'm like, swing, hit the ball. She's got a good hit. I want her to be aggressive, but she plays smart. She stepped up for us big and has been recently in the back row. She takes over the back row and plays really well for us.
Cadence, though, is the one that when you need something to happen on the front end, she's always
go to her.
Yeah, she's your go-to.
Right, she is. She's probably the most consistent hitter we have. She's smart. She went line and they couldn't defend it, scored several times going line, and I saw they adjusted their defense, and she knew that too, so she started going cross, and then she picked up on, they adjusted back, and she picked up midair, where to go and hit the hole. She's a smart player.
Well, you come back, we got tournament draw this weekend, but before that, the league race is still not over. You're still in it, aren't you?
Yeah, we got a couple big games left. I was glad to get this one tonight. Of course, we still have West Union and North Adams left, so I'm still on the prize, but,
well,
not going to be easy.
You probably could use some help, but,
we need it, yeah.
But that said, the way your team's playing, you can play with anybody in the league, can't you?
Yeah, we had a rough week last week, but, man, battled right there till the end with North Adams, right there within a couple points in 5 sets. Tough to lose those, but makes us a better team in the long run.
There you go. Congratulations, Coach. Fun to watch your team tonight.
Thank you.
Annie Gustin joins us here on our ACRMC Coaches Comment Show. We'll be right back, wrap things up after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu, fresh every day. Pizza, pasta, salad, hoagies, each handcrafted by dedicated cooks who understand quality ingredients are the star. Visit snappytomato.com for the location near you. Lunch, dinner, or late night, Snappy has the ingredients to remind you fresh tastes best.
Snappy Tomato Pizza.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by Shiny for 3. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's Goodguysradiotv.com.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Bachelor Tractor.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and uniqueness of all of our participants.
Whiteoak Wildcats come out on the short end tonight, but nice volleyball team. Whiteoak is getting better every year. Ellie McMullen had 2 good serves tonight. Jaylee Parr had a total of 3 kills, 1 block. She served a total of 13 times with 2 errors and 1 ace. Brianna Hill, 4 kills. She served a total of 11 times with 2 errors and 2 aces. Claire Ames, she had 3 kills, 1 block. She served 11 times with 1 error. Kylie Ham, she led the team with kills with 6. She had a total of 3 serves, 1 error. Madison Shum, she served 4 times with 2 errors. Lydia Carr had 5 kills and a total of 2 good serves. And Reagan Newton had 2 kills and to put together with 6 good serves and 1 ace. Now, for the Peebles Lady Indians, Peyton Johnson was credited with a kill. She served a total of 11 times, had 3 errors, 1 ace. Bailey Johnston had 8 kills, 1 block, a total of 11 serves with 2 errors and a total of 4 aces. Kennedy Dick had 1 kill, a total of 15 serves, 2 errors, and a total of 4 aces. Ellie Stevens, great floor game Ellie had. She had 1 kill, 2 blocks, and she served 5 times with 1 error, 1 ace. Abigail Smalley served a total of 9 times without an error. Cadence Carroll had 12 kills. She served a total of 10 times with 1 error and 2 aces. And it's now time to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza, that's Snappy Tomato Pizza in West Union Seaman, player of the match. And it could be, and we often talk about this, could be anybody. It could be several players tonight for Peebles because very, very, very balanced game, as you heard me talking to Coach Guston about it. Very balanced game, especially on the front line. You had Johnston with 8 kills, Gray with 8 kills, Cadence Carroll with 12. On the back line, oh my, defensively, there was just a lot of good play throughout the match. But I think we're going to go to Cadence Carroll. Cadence Carroll, when they needed it, was the go-to person on the front line of things tonight. Cadence Carroll, the senior, got it done for the Peebles Lady Indians and led the charge for them to win against a very tenacious Whiteoak ball club. So Cadence Carroll, our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the match. In the JV competition, again, it was 25-22, 25-13, 2-0 the final score. Peebles wins it. The varsity competition, listen to these set scores: 25-23, 26-24, and then 25-14. Peebles finally took charge, and they won it 3-0. Whiteoak drops to 8-3 in league play, 10-7 overall. Peebles, on the other hand, improves their record to 9-2, and they drop to 11-7. Don't forget, rejoin us on Thursday night. Ken Smith will be bringing you Manchester versus Fayetteville on Good Guys Radio TV as well as C103. Special thanks again for Sarah Rigdon for producing our studio side of things here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, and Brandon Rigdon, our producer and director for our TV broadcast. If you've not checked it out, go to goodguysradiotv.com, and you'll enjoy the broadcast anytime, any place. You got it. So once again, for everybody here at Good Guys Radio TV and C103, I'm Don Bowles wishing you a pleasant good evening. Enjoy yourselves.